Hey, good morning. Welcome to Morning Mastery. This is Sean Callagy. I'm here with Larry Downs, the CEO of the Medical Society of New Jersey, and of course, Tom LaGreca. And we're here daily to connect and share with warriors like yourself, committed to a life of growth and mastery. So, Larry, thank you very much for having us here tonight.
Oh,
we had a little chat, slightly disruptive and talking about some ideas and concepts. But really, Larry, when we talk about Trajectory Tuesday, we're always looking how to create faster acceleration than would normally be. So as you look at the landscape, with medical doctors and your mission in charge here, what would you say if you could wave a magic wand you would want to see happen?
I would want to see physician leadership expand in all aspects of healthcare, whether we're providing for the financing of the care, new breakthroughs in clinical research and care. Every aspect of the healthcare system, I think right now could use an acceleration in leadership from clinically trained physicians.
That's awesome. And when you say an acceleration leadership, right, you're speaking, we're speaking the same language. What would you envision that meaning?
Well, we run the Healthcare Executive Leadership Academy here at the Medical Society, where we take 10 physicians, 10 health insurance executives, and 10 hospital executives. We put them in a course for 6 months to work on really important pressing health problems that face the state. Things like improving care at the end of life, new opioid strategies to address a ravaging epidemic that's facing our state. Things that no single doctor or single executive in any of those industries could solve on their own, and we try to get them to collaboratively lead to good solutions. And it's something we've been invested in for quite a while, and I'd love to see that accelerate. I think that would be a great thing for the state.
That's awesome. So I wasn't even familiar that you guys had that going. And so, final question sort of, how do you see, what are the most significant obstacles to making those things happen, to that rise in physician leadership from your perspective, or the most optimal outcomes from these leadership programs? What would you say is that biggest barrier?
I think the entire profession is facing burnout from multiple demands, from things they can't control, for getting the best care to their patients. And I think it's demoralizing. I think the systems need to be improved, and I think we need to bring a real focus on what that means, not only to the delivery of healthcare, but for all of our well-being. When you have high suicide rates among physicians, physicians leaving practice early, those are really bad outcomes that we really need to focus our leadership on improving those systems to give physicians more joy in their work.
Amen. And listen, to the extent that we can help and continue to contribute, we had some conversation about those subjects tonight. We're excited and happy to do it because I think it's everywhere, right? Whether we're talking to attorneys, doctors, plumbers, teachers, I think there's just a consistent aspect of the human condition is feeling an undue amount of pain and suffering and stress. And I think that it's catching up with the various professional practitioners in ways that didn't exist before, right? As the physicians existed in a different space 30 years ago. I think attorneys existed. The capitalist structure is impacting everyone in ways that I think it wasn't 30 years ago. You agree?
I think that's exactly right. When you have an organization like the American Medical Association, of which we're a part, all the physicians in the country, and the AMA creates a position, the Vice President of Physician Joy, to restore joy in the practice of medicine, you know that there's something amiss in the system and the way we're doing things, and we really have to make an intentional effort at understanding the causes of that and building resiliency as well as systems change to make physicians more productive.
Well, I haven't thought about this, and and this, we'll wrap it up here. I'm always thinking in terms of paradigms. When I went to law school, nobody told me that a road to more freedom, less stress, was developing business and meeting people and building a practice that was larger and more fluid, right? And I think for a lot of folks that go to medical school and law school, these issues are just not in the thought process. Parents are like, hey, my kid becomes a doctor, a lawyer, life is great, right? And sort of exist in that paradigm. And I don't think that these things have really hit law schools, medical schools. So people aren't even understanding, essentially, the profession they're coming into. The things I need to do as a lawyer to be successful and productive, I didn't learn in law school, right? And I venture to say it's the same in medical school. Does that make any sense or not?
Precise. It's one of the reasons we established the academy. It's everything you didn't learn in medical school about leadership.
That's
and,
awesome.
That's the foundation of it.
Awesome. Listen, it's everywhere. Trajectory Tuesday. Larry, thank you for the great work you're doing. Thank you for having
Thanks,
us.
Sean.
Right? Tom,
Yep.
Awesome.
See
All
you.
right, great job
Good
tonight.
seeing you.
Hey, Trajectory Tuesday. How do you take on your trajectory and create a massive shift today? That's the topic. We have a lot of great stuff coming up. And in fact, an additional video today we're going to do. But have an awesome night. Thank you.